Hi, welcome to Deep End. My name doesn't matter. Let's dive in. So, I was asked recently about different sources for church history studies, and you can see behind me on the wall there's a bunch of sources. This right here is this set here is the first 500 years of Christianity. You've got Luther down here in this area. Baptists and Puritans are all back here, double stacked. And then you've got beneath, back down here, evangelical writings. This file cabinet holds all my church history notes. And this bottom shelf is all church history people and characters. So I've got a wealth of sources, and then down here at the bottom down here are more of my church history notes. I was a religion major with a church history concentration and world religions concentration when I was at Baylor University in my undergraduate. And then my master's level, I got my MDiv from Gordon Conwell, where I studied under Leroy Gertzen and a couple of others, Garth Roselle, and then I finished my master's at Southwestern, where I studied under Miles Mullen. So anyway, I wanted to give you some source material that you can look up that's easy, that's accessible, that's easy for you to get. If you're enjoying these church history videos, I think you'll really enjoy these as well. So here's the first one, The 5-Minute Church Historian. I don't know if that's going to show up backwards for you or not, but The 5-Minute Church Historian is an easy book. It's by Rick Cornish, and you can pick it up pretty easily. I also wanted to show you these here, which are the Simonetta Carr books. So I teach my kids church history. We are homeschoolers, and I teach my kid church history, and this is Simonetta Carr, and they're just beautiful books. They're great for adults and for children who are first starting off. Then right next to them, we've got these torchlighter series, right? These lamplighter series from Living Sacrifice Books, which is a Voice of the Martyrs publication. And so you've got these different historical characters, mostly martyrs from the first, from this set of books. Now, if you're just starting out, you got young kids, I highly recommend this. The ABCs of Church History. And it just gives you, they're short, they're easy to deal with, they're really quick. So you just open one up and you see there's Hippolytus, and it tells you a little blurb about Hippolytus, and then has this interesting book thing. And he has nothing to do with hippos. It's just his name. So that's a fun and easy read for you to apply to your kids. If you are looking to educate your children. Now, if you're a more advanced, maybe an older person, maybe somebody around my age who wants to study first source material, here's what I recommend. Go find, you can find most of them digitally, but go find a sermon series, the complete works of. So here's the complete works of Martin Luther. Here's McLaren's expositions. There's a couple other sermon series, Spurgeon and various things. When you read the sermons of these various pastors and leaders and teachers, they're great for your church history understanding. So go ahead and do that. And then out here in our living area, we have this other set, which I would also highly recommend. If you enjoy historical fiction, this set up here by the church history set there, that is a fantastic set of works by Leslie, I think. And they are, she was a Victorian author who wrote a great deal, who just wrote these wonderful historical fiction through history. So if you're more of a reader and you like that type, you like to read, I highly recommend those. And then finally, if you're just maybe a pastor who just wants a little bit of a grasp on why church history matters and what church history is, I would recommend the Swans series by John Piper. John Piper writes these, the Contending for Our Fall, the Roots of Endurance, in which he covers several of the authors. So Invincible Perseverance in the Lives of John Newton, Charles Simeon, and William Wilberforce, Roots of Endurance. But this is the Swan series by John Piper. It's published by Crossway. Pretty easy to get a hold of. And I have 5 of them. I don't know if there's more. Those are the ones that I have. I'll put that back in a minute. So anyway, those are what I would recommend. If you are looking to develop your library or things like that, that's a good place to start. So with regard to sources, that's where a lot of these stories are coming from. I have loved church history. It's been a balm to my soul in many ways. So there are a load of stories that are just in my head that I have grabbed hold of in history, in my own personal life, and have delighted in. So I just wanted to share those with you. Those are the sources that I would recommend you getting. And there's a ton more if you're academic and you want to plow more into just indeed more and more source material. There's a ton that I would recommend, but if you're just getting started, and that's really what these videos are for, is just for people who just want a little bit of church history. If you're just getting started and you want to hear some about church history, those are some excellent works. The 5-Minute Church Historian, Simonetta Carr's books, and those books by Leslie are fantastic. And then the Swan series by Piper is great. So anyway, thanks for joining me in Deep End. Have a great day. Take time to breathe and enjoy yourself.